please join me in welcoming Mary Beth, who will introduce the topic. Thank you, Alice. That was a very generous introduction. So good evening and welcome, and thank you for coming out in what is a very, very busy time of the semester, as Alice mentioned. We're delighted to be partnering with the Institute for Economics and Peace for the third event now. In order to introduce you to the inaugural World Internal Security and Policing event. So internal security is an issue that I think many of us are fortunate enough to take for granted. Okay? But there are places and spaces, even here within the United States, where people constantly fear for their security, their physical security and safety on a daily basis. And they do not trust in the security apparatus of the state. So I've witnessed firsthand in Northern Ireland and in other places, and I should mention Northern Ireland is a developed democracy within the United Kingdom, because we're not talking about Nigeria or the Congo or someplace like that. So I've witnessed how constant fear pervades everyday life. So lack of internal security, for instance, means that citizens won't travel to work, they won't take certain transportation systems, and this has a really severe impact on the labor market. And it causes unemployment rates that would be much higher than otherwise would be the case. In order to ensure their safety, I've seen parents keep their children from school. Okay, so this protects them, but it hinders their social development and their learning, which further impacts their economic opportunities and their future. I've seen children refuse to use playgrounds literally across the street. So they go out of their home, there's a playground across the street, and they won't access that playground because they fear that because of their ethnicity, it's unsafe for them, in combination with partial policing. Instances of rape, petty theft, automobile accidents, and yes, even murder go unreported. As citizens fear or simply do not trust the police, Where they perceive that there's no use in contacting them, They're ineffective. So just a little anecdote. I was doing interviews in Northern Ireland in 2008, and I met with a fellow who was a representative there for the parliament, and he said that the crime rate in his district had gone up. It actually doubled over the past year. And so he said he went to investigate why the crime rate gone up. And it was because Catholics in Northern Ireland finally were starting to trust in the police. And so they were coming and reporting crimes that hadn't occurred yesterday or the day before, but had occurred in 1972. Okay, so they were finally coming forward and expressing their faith in the system. So while there have been numerous case studies of internal security and policing, we've lacked for a long time comparative systematic data on internal policing and security. And so for that reason, I'm really delighted to introduce Mambu, who will introduce the World Internal Security and Policing Index.
Yeah, my name is Mabu, and I came from Egypt. I'm Egyptian, and I worked for around 15 years as a police officer in Egypt. Then I went to university in Australia, working as a police and security advisor for a few years, and also went for around 10 years now. Why I gave this speech? Because I noticed through from my experience that this work has some issue. It's not done by public the community. So it's the police work in different area has standard work, but we need to have some issue regarding outcomes. Is the police function only to prevent the crime or to communicate with the community? All of this answers all of this question. Maybe we can found some answer here in the United States. What about the other places? From my opinion, I found that the problem is all the police work is coming from experience. I am a police officer, I have experience for how I deal with the crime happen, how I look or search for the criminal. And after that, I use not science, I use only my experience. But I know what the police might do, what he did, or what he doing when this happened. And for that reason, it is no standard for the police, it's no policy for police work. And for that reason also, we can have different patterns between here and there and in different world. So the problem is we don't have a police science, we don't have a police science. What about the world? I searching for the world, they don't also even have find that the police science is start development and it start to foundation in here in around 60 or 1960, started in some in England and some in the United States. So for this reason, I go dealing with structure police in the next Americans and encourage them to have like a conference. We dealing with this conference, we invite around 500 researchers from, and it was around 5 million at the time in 1998. And the reason for this is how we can create our police sciences, how we can foundation our police sciences. And all of the idea come together, and for this reason, we created our association, the National Science Association. This is the reason for how we can found a standard police work, how we can create a standard police work, and we can apply for different countries. So in that thing, we have, or we create international police science, and our goal is how we can reach quality and excellence in the policing. And this is, we start applying for this in United Arab Emirates. I work now for around 5 years with them to how we develop the police work to reach this one, quality and excellence. We will find that later on when we talk about our index, that for quality and excellence, the indicator we cannot find apply for all the countries. And this is one of the reasons which will have some indicator not belong to quality and excellence. But this is our goal. By police science, we can found or we can reach our goal. So we created this association here in U.S. This is a non-profit organization exempt from federal tax income. So, and for EFSA, or the National Science Association, it has 3 main projects. And one of these projects is our index, our new index. The first project, how we can have security knowledge management, how we can sharing the security management knowledge, because maybe I have my knowledge and the others have the same knowledge in different countries related to some issue in some police work. But how we can share this? We have the first project of security knowledge management through translation to these sciences, because as you know, it's a police science is still new. So if I found that we found like a police science in different countries, so we have now 3 books can translate for different language. The first one regarding to quality and criminal justice, and the other one is security management. So through the translation police science, we can sharing our security knowledge management. The other project is now with sharing security knowledge through conference workshop. We deal with every year we have our conference, every year we have our seminars and training, and we try to collect many researchers and academic and different area, so we can share it with some topic. So what we have, like as the last found this in the brochure you have right now. In Japan, they ask for tourism and we can deal with it. So let them choose the topic and we can ask the suggestion from different come and talk about what they do. The third one is assessment for the police control, and this is the main project, how we can deal with assessment for police performance. For that reason, we created the WISP. The WISP idea is something like that. So I start and I asked the police work in I asked the police agency in the United Arab Emirates to have like award, yearly award, dealing with safe city awards or country safe city award, whatever that's the name. But how we can put the standard for all of this? We think, okay, so let us look for what indexes in the world. Also, we have award, 3 categories. First one related for police practice and community relation, how the police related with the community, and also what the police practice can involve with the community and can help the community to solve their problems. The second one is police research and development, how the police working with the community, development the community. The third one is innovation in policing. And also we have this award yearly. After that, we think how we can create the WISP. How the idea is come from that, and what is the difference between WISP and the other indexes in different countries. So the first thing, when I make research in different indexes, we not found that there are international indexes related with the security. But we found that we have, like here, you can find that GPI, this is Global Peace Index, and the other one is Global Terrorism Index, and this two is global. This only two is global, but they are dealing with security, but it is limited, not, and I will see, and we will show now what's the difference between WISP and these two other indexes. But there are some local indexes, like United States. Here we have one United States Peace Index, and also UPK Index, and one in Mexico Index. So, but all of this index, all of three this index are local, so not international. So we don't have international index related with the police standard or the police work. For this reason, if you go also for the global one, you can see that the global peace index measure only peace, the local or focus in peace, violence. The related or the definition of peace is absence of violence or fear of violence. But what related for the internal security, you can also see that the other one, global terrorism, is only for one crime, is the terrorism one. But the United States is related, and he also used the one we have in Global Peace Index. And if you go through the United States as a local, you can find also that the indicator, he depended on the same or similar to what we have in Global Index. So you can find the GPI or the Global Index have 22 indicators. 7 only from the 22 is related for internal security, but not for the police. Alone for the internal security and also for the police work. And also here you can see the 4 indexes for global terrorism related for only one crime. The United States has the same what we have as a local what we have here. So USPI and UPI, all of this also is measure the security, but looking for the outcome. And the outcome is not give you the whole idea about the police work. You can find, and this is what we found in some countries. You can find that crime is not happening in some countries. But is this means that the police work is doing in a good way? The answer is no, because you can prevent a crime something else than the police work and the police and the community related for this police. So all of this is measured the result only. And also GTI you can see related mainly for military. So he also not for the internal security. For this reason we have, or we think, why we don't have like a global index. He can give us ability to provide security service, and at the same time the reflection for the security work, how it can be. So in these two reasons, we think about the risk. And at the same time, we can see that we are focused, and I let my colleague to talk about this one. We can focus in capacity because we found that some, and if you go through the index and the result for the first edition, and by the way, there are CDs here, you can pick one. So if you can, and also we have a website for this index. If you go through the outcomes, you can see that some countries has the capacity, has many resources, has many of police officers, but the outcomes is not come like what you expect. Also the processes, how we can operation, for the police operation, how we can deal with the crime and dealing with the community, like legitimacy and the outcome. All of this you can see as a domains for the Western. And we have like 16 indicators, and I let my colleague talk about every one of this, but this is the first edition. We not say that this is the final one, but we hope in the future that we can create, and I will speak about what we think about the future. So I got the idea to create this index, and at the same time we need, because this is a big project, we need to have people work in it. So we speak with the Institute of Economic and Peace, and why we go for this institute, because they are dealing with many indexes and they have a good experience. And I thank you, this institute is one of 15 research in the world as the last remark. So they have a good reputation for work. And also I try to ask someone he can cover the expensive. So Sharjah Police in United Arab Emirates will already cover the expensive. So together Sharjah Police and International Police Science Association and the Institute of Government created this one, the index. But what WISP dealing with? WISP try to focus for human security, and at the same time he focus in protect the security. And how we can make a balance between the person as an individual, and at the same time the community as a community. Why I say that? Because I live in some countries, or I visit some countries, is the main point for the police to protect the society, only society, not the human. So you can say this why we're looking for the human rights and looking for the law and something related for that one. And the second thing is we got some, and this we can find in the indicators, we can find that what is data and also what is data. Why? Because we need to create for the all, we need to apply for this country according to security state. So we apply for one 127 countries through the world, right? 127. Some other countries don't found data enough to have it in the index. And we try to see how we can measure the ability for police agencies to deliver the security service. This is our name of our index. It is not only give the security service, how also this security service deliver it, and how the community can accept the security service, and how the police can give the security service. Is given in quality and excellent or not? So we try to do that in our index. And you can see the first edition for this index. This is what we have right now. And this is our index website. So if you go to the website, you can see the main result. And at the same time, with the main result, we give like some idea how we can reform the police in different categories. And this comes from U.S.A. response. So if you're looking for that, you can find the response for that result. But what our strategy for the future? In my opinion, I have three mentions. The first one is like scientific. The second one is methodology and indicator, and financial, because financial is very important to continue to have the second edition. First one, I try to send, and this is what we will do in our association. We will send copy from what we did to all the police agencies in different world. With 127, it's a complete list. We will send it copy from what we did. And we ask them to give us feedback, because we make like a main point for why this countries come up and why this countries come down in the index. And we try in this feedback to get some result or some idea we can help us when we develop it. Also, we try to also give some police guidance for the police if he want. We ask, this is what we think about the strategy way to reform your police or to improve your police. So if you want some more ideas about what is the weak in your work, we can give you as a guidance for that. Also, we try to, this is the methodology, we try to have 27 like indicator dealing with excellent model. We try to apply for the excellent model and also for quantity model. So not yet we need to have measure the excellent security performance, and at the same time we need to also look for the quality. So the quality for the police work is very important. I can make the people give them security service, but it's not in a quality way. So this is what we try to be, and this is our position for the indicator. Security leadership, I was dealing with the work in this, security strategy, security human resources, partnership and security. This is the main point. We already applied for United Arab Emirates for around 5 years, and we try to develop it with them to reach what we have. And also looking for security operation and activity, human resources, customer result, and the community as a main result. So we hope that we can get this one. Last thing we look for is financially, how we can get another edition or the second edition. We talked today about this with okay, but we try to get some volunteer for academic and research can help us for get the second edition, and also we encourage the agency related with police work or related with criminal justice to get involved with what we think, because we have a lot for future regarding to the police work. I hope they can some idea about the index, and I let my colleagues to give more details about it. Thank you.